Hello friends, when last you left us, we were having dinner at the Culloden House. We ended up having a wonderful meal with some great food and great wine, a couple of drinks afterwards with some new friends that we made from West Cork in Ireland. It was a wonderful night, and it's the next morning, obviously, and we are getting ready to head out and do two very exciting things today. We're going to go on a Loch Ness river cruise. We're going to hopefully see the monster and make $1 million with our story and our video.
Maybe it'll go viral.
Maybe it'll go viral. Maybe we'll get a few subscribers. And then we're going to drive over to Culloden, to the battlefield, which is a very, very important historic place here near Inverness. And so we've got a full day, exciting day. The weather is beautiful this morning. I think there's a chance for some rain this afternoon, but we're keeping the rain away. We've had very good luck the last few days with the weather after the torrential downpour of the tattoo the other night. But want to bring you along for all of our adventures. We do know that we're living the good life. Thank you for tuning in.
Loch Ness is a large freshwater loch in the Scottish Highlands. We are here to see the beautiful loch and to search for the monster affectionately known as Nessie. The trip is about 18 miles away and takes about 35 minutes, but Nessie's not the first beast that we will see.
So these are your new friends?
Me. Yeah.
They're saying hello.
They are.
They're saying hello to Mrs. Carnes and me subscribers. Doesn't Mrs. Carnes look lovely today? She just looks, this is her boat riding outfit that she's got on today. Doesn't she look gorgeous? See, they agree.
They're cute, aren't they?
We have booked a cruise on the Loch Ness with Lochness by Jacobite. They offer a monster-sized collection of cruises and tours. I did a lot of research on tours and chose this one because it offered views of Loch Ness and Urquhart Castle. What I didn't know was that there are several locations that these tours leave from, and that's not printed on the ticket. We stopped at the first one that we saw and ended up at the wrong dock. The good news is that this was the only location to see the Highland Coups, so I counted it as a happy accident. After some directions, we finally arrived at the correct location, just in time to see our boat sail away. Our trip left from the Clansman Hotel, where you walk under the road to reach the docks. While waiting for our boat, I even had a chance to dip my hand into the Loch Ness water and find the perfect rock to bring home.
So this is what happens when you go to the wrong place and miss your 10 o'clock boarding, and the people are kind enough to reticket you. You get to be the first ones in line for the 11 o'clock.
You went from loser to winner.
Not a bad view to look at while we wait. If you notice out there in the water, like right at 12 o'clock, there's something swimming in the water there. I'm ready to make sure it's a monster that pops up. Right there. Oh, did you see it?
Where are you?
I'm on a boat on top of Loch Ness. Hopefully we'll stay there. We'll stay on top.
We're looking
of
for the
Loch Ness.
monster,
Yes.
Nessie. Think we'll find him? You're so funny.
What do you got on there? Turn around, I can't see you. Modeling the latest in, well,
Mrs. Carnton
what do you mean
merch.
latest? It's the only Mrs. Carnton Me merch. Look for a website very soon where you can buy yours too. Heard of snakes on a plane? That's dogs on a boat.
Pulling away from the dock.
The Grants, who held Urquhart Castle, was not a Jacobite, and he and his 200 men held out until the Jacobite rising was defeated in 1690. On leaving the castle in 1692, the soldiers blew up some of the buildings to ensure it was never taken by the enemy again, and the castle was never rebuilt. In 17...
Urquhart Castle is a ruined castle that sits beside Loch Ness in the Highlands of Scotland. The ruins date from the 13th and 16th centuries. Urquhart was partially destroyed in 1692 to prevent use by the Jacobite forces and subsequently decayed. Today, this ruined castle is one of the most visited in Scotland. You can book a Jacobite cruise to visit the castle while cruising the lake. We didn't find Nessie out on the loch, so we decided to search in a few other places. Finally, we spotted her and all of her offspring. We were even able to purchase a small one to bring home. There is every type of souvenir for purchase, but Scotch seems to be the favorite.
So we just got off the Loch Ness Clansman Hotel Harbor River Cruise of Loch Ness. It was very peaceful, very beautiful, very scenic, kind of chaotic. Getting here, getting down. We have a very tiny car park. In case you're wondering, the answer to the question is, can you leave your car sitting on the side of the road in Scotland for 2 hours locked up by itself? The answer is yes. They have these little park pull-off places all along the highway. And they told me in the parking lot that that's where I needed to park. So it's about, I don't know, quarter mile away from the parking lot. And so we did that. The pro tip would be to come, give yourself plenty of time. Don't Google Jacobite cruises on Google Maps if you're staying in Inverness. Do the directions link on the email they sent you, because they have multiple places that the cruises leave from. So they have a neat little gift shop in there. Mrs. Carnes insisted that we stop and get ourselves some gelato. I can't take her anywhere without her wanting to eat. Actually, it wasn't her, it was me. It was very good. And so we're finished with that. I thought it was very good. You agree?
The gelato or the river cruise?
Either one. You can talk about either one.
I thought they were both great.
So you're going to see some pictures, I'm sure, from the cruise, or if you haven't already seen them. It was very scenic and very very beautiful, and I enjoyed it going on with my wife.
Next, we are off to visit the Culloden Battlefield. This battlefield is located about 5 miles east of Inverness. Upon arriving, our first stop is the Visitor Center, where we went to purchase our tickets to visit this historic site. The Culloden Battlefield is a memorial for a single day in history, April the 16th, 1746. It was the final battle between the Jacobite Scottish Highlanders, fighting for Bonnie Prince Charlie, and the English army. In less than an hour, 1,500 Jacobite Scottish Highlanders were killed. This bloody and short battle changed the life in the Highlands forever. I found the Clan Cameron marker while we were there. At least 358 Camerons, over half of its regiment, perished on the Culloden Moor.
So this is the marker where the Cameron clan was buried in a mass grave on the battlefield of Culloden. They buried the Highland soldiers based upon the color tartan that they wore. They threw them all in a hole and buried them all together. So this is where Mrs. Carnes' ancestors lie, and it's a very quiet, reverent sort of place. You see all the names of all the people and all the Highlanders who lost their life here today. It's very sombering.
Mm-hmm.
You feel some sort of connection back with things?
I don't know.
You don't?
Yeah, you do. It's kind of strangely odd to be here. I don't know. Waited a long time to come, and it's just almost surreal. It's beautiful, though.
If you had to find a place to
Yeah.
spend eternity, this would be
This wouldn't be bad. It's very
peaceful
pretty.
place to be.
It is very peaceful.
Heather growing,
Yeah, very pretty.
the gorse bushes around. It's beautiful.
It is. Very. And there's a red mushroom.
What is that, Mrs. Carnes?
It's a red mushroom. I guess fairies
Sprites.
are.
Sprites are
living here. Yeah, looks like one in my fairy garden. It's not real, but this one's real. It's cool.
Crazy.
This 20-foot tall memorial cairn was built in 1881 by Duncan Forbes. Duncan Forbes was born at Culloden House, the Culloden House where we are staying, and he lived there his entire life. He is also the person who erected all of the clan headstones. He did all of this as a memorial to every brave Highlander who fought that day. Between the battlefield and the visitor center is Lennox Cottage. It is one of the last thatched buildings in the area. It was constructed in the early 18th century and was once the visitors center for Culloden Battlefield.
So this is the roof.
The Visitors Center has a rooftop viewing platform where we were able to see just how vast the battlefield was. Back in the Visitors Center, we visited the gift shop where I purchased a Christmas ornament and some Culloden whiskey to bring home. There is also a restaurant if you're feeling a bit peckish. Thanks for watching, and please hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and leave us a comment and a like. We're so glad that you've joined us today, and don't forget to join us next week as we explore more of Inverness. We know that we are living the good life. Slán